And it is another Sunday evening here in the US. I guess it's or in the afternoon here in America. It's an evening for someone who's actually so in Africa, and also if you're in Europe. For our guests all over the world, welcome to another edition of Broken Not Shattered. My guest today is someone who I believe is going to share a lot about his journey so far, all the way from I think you're in Lagos, Nigeria, is DJ Captain UD. Now,
Yes,
yes, so DJ, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good, good. Nice to have you on the show, Broken Not Shattered. I know your internet's a bit weak, but that's fine. Just keep on talking. We'll make sure it gets better as we go along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So DJ Captain Udi, my guests can see you clearly, and I can
Okay.
see you clearly, but you can't.
Yeah.
But you can't see us. Correct?
Yes. 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 I can see you at
You
all.
you
You
can't
can
see us at
see me
all.
clearly. Yes.
We see you clearly, brother, but you can definitely hear us. So DJ Udi, tell us your story. Um, you are fully or partially visually impaired.
Could take off my glasses now, and you will see that my eyes are right inside.
Okay, so you are
Yeah.
you are completely visually impaired, correct?
Yes.
Right.
In Africa, we call it blind.
Blind. Yes, I know. That's what you call blind. So tell us your
Yeah.
story, Udi. Um, how can you share with us the story on how you actually lost your sight?
Yo, as a young little vibrant boy born in 1992, December 3rd, most times people say December 3rd is Disability Day, but even if people call me ambassador of disability, well, I say no, that doesn't mean. But I have to make a difference to make sure people out there that are disabled don't get to feel down. So I was born 1992, 3rd of December. Um, I I was born sighted. Then as time goes on, like around 2004, I had little sight issues. So my parents, um, they took me to the hospital. Yeah, when they took me to the hospital, they went for a checkup and I did my first operation. They changed my lens. They said it was cataract. Then I was using the glasses. So every 3 to 6 months, I go for changing of glasses. Then as at 1997, 1998, it got worse and they didn't know what much they could do, so they had to take me back to the hospital for they had to take me back to the hospital for operation, and that was at Germany. So when I was in Germany, the doctor said we could not do much because doing much will cost a lot of money. So they had to kind of explain to my parents and tell them that the fact that I'm blind doesn't mean that's the end of my life. I have to like go further in every other thing I'm doing. Then I got back to Nigeria. Then I started a journey as a blind person. I went to Pacheli School for the Blind. Then from there, I went to secondary school, went to King's College. Then before my university, I went to a foundation where I had to like build myself in music, playing instrumentals and doing DJ. Then that was at Bethesda Home for the Blind at Lagos. Yeah, so since then I got into University of Lagos. Then I graduated. I just graduated. I'm a fresh graduate from University of Lagos. So.
Congratulations, big man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I
Thank you
like
so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
So from what you just said, Udi, You were
Yeah.
not born blind. You were not born blind. You lost your sight over a
No,
period of
I wasn't born blind.
okay.
I was just I was just having sight problem. Like they told my parents that I was actually born with cataracts, but they didn't know. So
So you lost your sight due to cataracts. Is that what you're trying to say?
yes, definitely I lost my sight due to cataracts.
And
So
and you said you went to Germany. They couldn't do much because the cost for it was a lot. There was no funding to take care of it. Is that what you're saying?
it cost a whole lot of money. So they had to tell my parents that for them not to waste money at all, they had to just make sure that they can just take me back to Nigeria and make sure I start my life as a blind person, that I'm gonna be a great person. So
Wow.
that's it.
And I agree. You're going to be great. You're already great as long as I'm concerned. The fact that you
I'm
and I
greater than I think.
oh yes, you are. You are great, my brother. But my question then would be, Udi, is can it still be reversed?
For that, I don't
If money was not
know.
an issue, could it have been reversed?
If money was there that time, it could have been reversed. But since um, money wasn't there that time, and I've gone a long way, I don't know about now. Maybe the doctors might just do something. God might perform a miracle in my life,
Mm.
something like that.
Well, trust me. I know. I can only imagine what life would have been like for a young man growing up in that part of the world and having challenges with your
Mm.
sight. However,
It's a
um,
whole.
all things happen for a reason, and you have emerged as a very great guy. So, in all things, we thank God. And
Yeah,
I like your attitude, and the way you're carrying yourself and the way you speak about it. So we're good. Let's just move
yeah.
on to something else. You uh you're a DJ.
Yes, I
You're a
am a
DJ.
DJ, the realest blind DJ.
How long have you been interested in music? When did the passion for music come up, and how? I want to hear that
I
story.
actually started music like when I was 5. That was when I had loved to be in the choir in my church. Yeah, so I was with them, and I was like, they were like, no, he's too small, he can't be here, let him go to the children's section. Then I went to the children's section and I began to drum, like play the local drums and all
Oh
that.
wow, that's
And
good.
that was when I got a gift as a musical keyboard. Yeah, so I started learning, and then due to the fact that I love music, my dad was like, "Okay, so if you're good in music, you could just continue into music." But he would really appreciate, and he would really thank God if I could finish my education. So I had like divided thoughts. Okay, should I go into music? Should I remain in education? So I had to just like when I'm on holiday, I go to the choir. When I'm in school, I face my education. Then I discovered that my school had a band group. I joined the band group, and that was another distraction. But I kept on pushing. I said, "It is me and this career. We are going to see this to the end." So
I like that. I like that. I like that passion. It is you and your career for real. So let's talk
yeah,
about your educational background. So you said you went to King's College, Lagos.
yes, I went
That's one of the most prestigious school or
to
boys' school
school.
in the whole country. Am I correct?
Yeah, definitely number
Okay,
one school.
that's the number one school. So
Yeah.
how was life like in school at that young age, being visually impaired, or in other words, without your sight?
Funny enough, I I got into King's College, and it was as if someone has come to change the school, because when it comes to hip hop and all that, they were not much into hip hop. So I came in, I started rapping with them. Anywhere I go, it's either I sing or I rap or I drum on the table, all that stuff. So I was doing that, and people were like, wow. So anytime they have like social gatherings, they call me, yo, Captain Yudi, come and rap for us. Then I'll come and I'll start rapping for them, and everybody will keep on
keep on cheering you on, I guess. Because they're going to be super excited to see that someone who doesn't have their sight is actually vibrant and filled with life. Am I correct? Captain Udi, are you there? Wow, I think we're having some technical issues here, but we're going to take a break. When we come back, hopefully, I'll be able to catch my guest and make sure he's back on the show. Let's take a break. Well, I was talking with our guest from Lagos, Captain UD, who is also one of the top DJs outside there in the continent, and he is visually impaired. You could just see the energy coming out from UD, regardless of whatever he has been through. Uh, the fact that he's actually lost his sight, he's still fully energized. And I was just about to talk to him about his career and his education, but the the system has cut off. I have his manager who is here. Um Funke, are you here? Hi, Funke. If you're here, we've lost. Hi,
Hi.
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 We've lost. Um, UD. Something went on with either his connection, and he fell off. Well, since I have you, and I know you're not on camera, but we can keep on talking because the show has already gone live. On hopefully he'll come back in, and then you can log you back out. What is it like being Captain UD's manager?
Okay, so it's been almost a month. I just recently started with him. Um and it's been quite a journey. We had met about 2 years ago when he wanted to do a voiceover and somebody had shared his contact with me. Um So he had reached out like 4 months ago to ask if I was into people's management because usually I would do brand management and talent management, and it wasn't the same. So when he asked, I said, "Oh yes, definitely." And he asked if I could manage him. And for me, it was exciting. It was some sort of challenge because I'd never managed anybody with special abilities. So, or well, special disabilities, what I like to call it abilities, but
I agree with you. It's a special ability. Yes, it is. Go
but
ahead.
it's quite a lot of work and a lot of journey. But it's not being as tedious as I expected it to be. Usually I thought that we're gonna have communication issues, but we've not had that. And I think that one of the reasons why I had decided that I wanted to be his manager, because we had a sit down and we talked about some of the um goals that he had for himself, and there were things that I really wanted to be a part of. And secondly, he shared with me his journey so far, being somebody with special abilities. The fact that, annoying as it may seem, a lot of people seem to take advantage of him. It's either like, they want to services but not pay for it, or they want to offer him exposure. And I'm like, okay, I don't enjoy that, because you have so much going on. You've done so well for yourself over, 30 plus years of existing. And I think that it's just not normal that people want to book your services, your exposure. And so I said that, okay, I'm going to manage you on trial for the next 3 months, and I'm going to let if my services would be permanent. We've had a lot of issues. 3 days ago, his account was hacked into, so we've been trying to rectify that. We had to set up a new account, but
Wow.
it's been beautiful, because I see his capacity and I just want to be a part of the journey. It's very exciting. I've worked with people of different backgrounds, different countries and nations, but this is new to me. exciting. I think that's an overview of it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Funke. While you were talking, Captain Udi is back online. He's ready.
Yeah.
But that's very insightful. I'm going to ask you one more question, Funke, as his manager, and then I'll let you drop back off into the background where you were before. What are the kind of goals you think Captain UD had that got you really engaged in working with him? What were the goals?
Okay, I think the one that stood out to me in particular, because I had specifically asked them, what do you want to do within the next 10 years that you think is something that nobody has ever done? And he told me that he wanted to be the first blind DJ to go on a tour across nations. I think that
Wow.
that is one.
Wow,
Yes,
that's a big dream, and it will surely come to pass. It will
man.
surely come to pass.
Amen.
Yeah, we believe it will come to pass. Thank you, Funke, for stepping in and helping us out through the time when my brother was out off the grill, but he's back. So, ladies and
Yo.
gentlemen, we have him in the house. You will
Whoop,
explain to
whoop.
us, Captain UD. You will tell us about how you started at the age of 5, and then from there you joined the choir, and your interest in music became very big by the time you got to King's College, because then you became
Yeah.
popular in King's College, and everybody wanted to be your friend, obviously, knowing fully well that
Definitely.
you could rap. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes. So, like whenever there's a song, a Nigerian song, or an American song, or a UK song, so far is a song that people vibe to whenever it comes out. If people don't know about it, I will make sure I sing it like round the whole school. And before I know it, in the next 2 days, 3 days, some people will just be picking some verses or some chorus, and they'll be like asking me, "How do I get these songs?" I'll be like, "Radio has been my best friend. I stay like more than 24 hours on radio. It's so crazy, but people won't believe it, but it definitely happened." So
Wow.
there has been a lot of time that I'll be on my bed and I'll have a radio beside me, and my dad will be like, "You're sleeping. Why are you with your radio?" And I'm like, I have to listen to this radio. If I don't listen to this radio,
We hear the
I
songs.
won't be happy. So
You would know the songs that are out there. Okay,
yeah,
there's a guy I'm going to introduce to you. He just had a new song out. His name is Catch. He's actually based. He's an Afrobeat artist, but he's actually based here in the U.S.
okay,
He's very good. The song is called Butterfly. If I can play it, I'll play it for you here. If I can't, I'll pass it on to you so you can be playing it as you spin. But it's really.
just send it to me. Then I will do a video of myself doing DJ with this song, like
Oh wow,
making
that
some
will go
nice
viral.
transition with this song.
Oh, that will
Just
go viral. Catch would love to see that happen because
yeah,
he's a great guy. Okay, we
yeah,
had him on the show not too long ago, but I'll get it across to you. I promise I'll do that myself. We'll talk after the
okay,
show is over. So talk. Let's
okay.
go back. Let's go back to you. What is who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist. Do I have a favorite artist? My favorite
Okay,
artist is myself because I sing.
you sing. Okay,
Yes.
can you perform for us one song quickly?
Okay. Let me sing this one I did. Oh my guys, be the man. Make we just the flex. I no get time for the stress. Yeah. Ah, oh my guys, be the man. Make we just the flex. I no get time to stress. Too. When the money day, where the kiss them day, make you fight love, baby love. Where the money day, where the people stay, Apache love, baby
Awesome.
love.
Well done, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Well done. I can imagine when the whole thing is ready to go, how you would
Yeah,
actually. Okay, so what are some of the biggest misconceptions that you think people have about people with different abilities or people who have lost their sight? What's the biggest misconception?
the biggest problem with Africans and Nigeria most especially, because Nigerians are very empathetic. But to those that don't know much about blind people, what happens is that they actually have this problem. Like if they see a blind person, they'll think, oh, he's a blind person, let's give him some coins, let's give him some
Some change, mate.
yeah,
Some
that's what they
change,
do.
mate.
So I'm like, oh, why are they doing like this? So there was a day I was in a bus and the person was like, because I go out myself. I go out
Okay.
myself. I
Okay, that's good.
even I order ride like hailing cabs. I order the cabs myself.
So
I
you're very independent.
yeah, yeah, like
Awesome.
80%. So
No, that's good. That's
yeah,
good.
100%. But
Yeah.
when I get people around me, like, okay, before I highlight from a boss, I tell someone, okay, please, I'm going to somewhere. Could you help me? Then if the person say no, because like in 5 people I'll ask, like 3 people will say, 4 people will say no, and one person that was like, oh, what's happening here? What's going on here? The person will just decide to help me. So that's how it happens. Yeah. So they always think blind people are beggars on the streets, which is not supposed to be. I,
Wow.
I know I know blind people that are keyboardists, professional keyboardists. I know blind people that are professional um, guitarists. I know blind people that are professional drummers. I know blind people that are professional singers. They can even sing more than me. But then, it is a whole lot. But there's always a discrimination here and there, up and down. But we pass the, we always pass it. So that's it.
Wow. You've done very well. Done very well, and you've made the best out of it. So, what
Yeah,
was the first
definitely.
moment you realized that music was something you really wanted to do? What was the first time you said, "This is what I want to do"? And how did that moment actually inspire you? The first
Yeah,
time you had, this is what I want to do, music. Yeah.
first of all, I was listening to radio and I heard about Stevie Wonder,
Oh
and
yes, yes.
when I heard about Stephen Wonder, people were like, "Oh, this is a good musician." They talked about him. They said he's blind, and I was like, "Okay." I thought it was a lie. So they told me about Stephen Wonder, and they said he's actually blind and he's playing the drum set. And I was like, "Oh, that's nice. Since he can do that, I would do something greater that no one has ever done." Then I heard about another person, Ray Charles. So Ray Charles is also actually blind. Then I said, let me make a research. Then I got to discover about Cobhams. Cobhams is a producer in Nigeria. Um, he produced a lot of songs and he has done a whole lot, like in musical competitions. I think now he's in the US. So what I said was that this production, I was thinking of going into it, but since someone has taken that space, let me go to something that will break the chains of every limitation. Then I went into DJ. Now I use job access to speech on my laptop and voiceover on my iPhone. But whenever I'm in a party or an in in an event, what I do is I switch off my screen reading software. Then what happens is that I play without using the job access to speech.
Oh
And
wow.
people get surprised and people are amazed that something like this is happening. So
Yeah.
they keep asking me questions, and I'm like, it's simple, because they can't close their eyes to do it, and me, I don't have the eyes to close that, but I'm actually doing it perfectly well. So so I had to just explain to them and I show them everything. I tell them whenever I'm doing DJ, I tell them watch this screen.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they come and watch the screen and they see it. So sometimes I play with only my laptop whenever I go to a place I'm not too conversant with the DJ controller set. Then without that, but when I'm on my own, when I'm in a place where I can use a DJ controller set that could work with my system, because sometimes I need to install drivers and all that. I download songs myself. I load my songs myself. I do
Wow.
almost everything myself. Yeah.
Wow,
So
that's phenomenal. You really have it packed down. You've mastered how to DJ. You've now you love to sing. So what's the future? What's the future? What are you trying to do with all this? What is it? What is your plan? Where do you see yourself? Your manager said to me that what got her interested was that you said you wanted to be the first DJ to go on a global road tour. So
yeah,
how you gonna go about that? What's the plan? And where can people
she
find you if they want to if they hire you for? I mean, do you face that challenge when people say, "Oh, he's a DJ, but he has lost his sight"? They don't want to hire you, or they pay you less.
it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot.
Share
Whenever, because
with me.
I always tell them that yes, I'm a DJ, but I'm blind. Take it or leave it. You have to accept it. So some of them they'll be like, "Oh, we don't have a lot of money. We only just want to make sure you are being exposed to the world there." And I'm like, "Who does that? I have rent I'm paying for. I have myself to feed. I have other people to feed. Then oh that why will you tell me? Why will you tell me that you're gonna give me change? No, I'm not going to do that." So
Exactly, brother.
so my manager just told you one of like 3 to 5 things I have in stock, and she has actually really been patient with me. I'm saying a very big kudos to her. She actually when I told her that I hope she don't mind because I've been seeing her posts on Instagram. I've been hearing her posts on Instagram. Yeah. So
I was
I
to ask you, how could you see her post on Instagram? But you never know because you might be one of those kind of guys who have a deeper look into this kind of thing. But go ahead, I understand what you mean. Yes.
yeah. So I've been hearing a post on Instagram, so I go through her reels and all that. Then when I go into all that, I saw that yeah, this is someone I could work with. This is someone I this is someone that would definitely take my career to the next level. So
Wow.
um, and with the experience of things he has done and places she has been to, I said, let me throw this out of caution. And she said, okay, fine, let's meet first of all, and we'll see how it goes from there. So we met, and she told me what my 10 years plan. I told her everything. I told her there is a DJ in Canada that was the first DJ to play above 40,000 altitude.
All right.
That's
Okay, good. We're
no
back.
problem.
Okay, so we have you back. Awesome.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah.
let me ask you a few questions. Sorry for interrupting you,
No, no,
Captain.
it's fine.
Yeah, we have very limited time for the show, and I want to
Yeah.
get two more questions before we wrap. I can tell from where you are right now, you are living in a common area because I'm seeing that other people are coming in, and
Yes,
and
yes.
they seem to be also visually impaired. Am I
Definitely they are.
Tell us what's going on in that setting. What's going on in the setting where you are?
Okay, yeah, I'm in a foundation currently. Um, I told you I went to the Bethesda Home for the Blind.
Yes.
So that's where I am currently. And I I learned musical instrument there. Yeah, like I had to like polish myself on
So
musical
so you so
instrument,
you
and
live so you live
people
there.
that yeah, I live there temporarily, like I stay with them. Sometimes I go for events and come back and I stay with them to learn a whole lot from them because we're all blind, but we learn from each other. As
Right.
they teach me music, I teach them DJ. So we pass on the knowledge like that. So
Awesome. So
as
it's called Bethesda Home for the Blind.
yes, yes,
For the blind. Okay. All right.
they're on Instagram as well.
Okay. Good. Where can we find you on Instagram?
Yeah, DJ Captain UD with a double underscore.
Okay. DJ
DJ
Captain
Captain
UD
UDY with a double underscore.
with double underscore. Okay. So for all our
Yeah.
guests who want to find and support my guest today, all our audience who want to support my guest today, Captain UD, you can find him DJ Captain UD with a double underscore. My last question for you, UD. before we
Yes,
end up.
man.
What advice would you give to someone who's out there who has recently either lost their sight or is struggling with some kind of special ability or disability that lives in the same world you are in or in any other place in the world? What advice would you give to them?
Yeah, I'll just give them something simple, and what I'll say is, if I can do it, then you can do better.
Oh, wow. I like that.
Yes,
If UD can do it, you can do better. UD, where are you
yeah.
from? What part of the world are you from, actually?
I'm from I'm an Igbo guy that's from Imo State, Nigeria, but I reside in Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, the
And what part of
excellent
Imo,
city.
what part of Imo State are you from?
Uh, how will I be able to pronounce it? Ehime Mbano.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yes.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that place
So,
very well.
oh wow.
Uh,
That's good.
my,
That's
my
good.
family roots are from Owerri, believe it or not.
Are you serious? Anytime I'm taking the luxurious bus to the east, that's where I drop over it.
You have to drop from Owerri. That's where it all happens.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a joy. Such a pleasure talking to you, buddy. I really had a great time and talking to you, listening to
yeah,
your story. Oh, I know we lost out some time when the thing got cut off, but that's fine. I'll make sure I bring you back. And when I bring you back, I'm going to bring you back one of my mentees who I've been working with for almost how many years now? Oh boy, it's going on 8 years. He's a young man. He's also finished. He's finishing his university studying political science. When I met him, he also lives in Owerri, and he's visually
okay.
impaired. He's visually
Oh
impaired.
wow,
Yeah,
wow,
that's my boy. I don't take anything about him for granted. So, yeah, um,
nice.
he's visually impaired. I've been with him throughout his entire journey for the last 8 years.
Oh
They
nice.
work. He's back in university now. So he's in University of Nigeria and Soka. You know,
Nice.
what did you study in University of Lagos?
Social work. The
Social work.
reason why is, yeah, I was supposed to study mass comm, but my I had to just change the plan because um music and anything media. I create jingles by myself.
Oh wow.
Voiceovers.
Do you do beats also?
Yeah, I do beats, but the software I was using had problem. Like it was always crashing my system, and I was like, okay, let me keep this out of place for now. I'll get back to it, and maybe like in the next couple of years, because I want to first visit the world, and after visiting the world, I'll come to start making beat again.
Wonderful.
That's it. Yeah,
DJ Captain UD, thank you for being my guest today. I have had such a great time, and we will reach out
okay,
to you on that offer with the jingles, just in case we want you to help us with some jingles also with the businesses we
no
do.
problem.
Okay,
Yeah, no
myself,
problem.
we'll come back to you as soon as possible. Thank you
Thank you.
again,
So,
and it's a joy and a pleasure having you on our show. Ladies and
and
gentlemen,
you,
we wrap up today's show. And as we come to an end of today's show, in our favorite three words, love, peace, and more grace. To all our
yeah,
audience out there, see you again next week. UD, keep the dream alive and keep hope alive. Thank you again.
thank you so much.